Hi, my name is Shaka Greer. I'm a music journalist in Toronto, and today I have the pleasure of interviewing Ramon Chicharrón and his manager, Maud, and he is a multi-instrumentalist, singer-songwriter by way of Colombia, now living in Canada for 10 years. And I'm thrilled to speak to you, but before we get to the chat, can you introduce the videos we're about to see?
Yes. How are you? How's everybody doing? So we're gonna be showing the video Pescador.
Great.
And I hope you like it.
Great. We'll see you on the other side of it.
Me dices, ay, no te vayas, quédate aquí conmigo, bailando a mi lado. Ay, tú me dices, quédate un rato, ay, que me gusta bailar contigo apretado. Ay, con tu sonrisa y tu cinturita, quiero bailar contigo hasta la mañanita, con esa mirada que a mí me hechiza, diciéndome cositas lindas que me erizan. Ay, que me llevan al cielo, ay, que me llevan bien lejos, ay, que me llevas bien lejos tú. Ay, que no me importa lo que digan, aunque la gente mira, ay, que mira, cuando bailo contigo apretado, porque quiero estar entre tus brazos, Apretado contra tu cadera me olvidé de mí, oliendo el aroma de ti desaparecí, bailando contigo ahí yo me perdí, mirando esos ojos enloquecí, de lo que sucede en esta vida, el amor nutre más que comida, y si me topé contigo querida, es que gravité y fuiste atraída, no quiero que se acabe esta canción, pegado sobre mi jeva en este rincón, no quiero que se acabe esta canción, pegado sobre mi jeva en este rincón, King Kong, King Kong. Ay, que no me importa lo que digan, aunque la gente mira, ay, que mira, cuando bailo contigo apretado, porque quiero estar entre tus brazos, ay, que no me importa lo que digan, aunque la gente mira, ay, que mira, cuando bailo contigo apretado.
corazón. Tú tienes la luz de resplandor que ilumina tu alrededor. Mami, quiero darte mi amor, solo debe abrir tu corazón. Tú tienes la luz de resplandor que ilumina tu alrededor. Y es que tiene un no sé cuándo que me pone a bailar descalzo. Y es que tiene un no sé dónde que muy dentro de mí se esconde. Y es que tiene un no sé cuándo que me pone a bailar descalzo. Y es que tiene un no sé dónde que muy dentro de mí se esconde.
A la le 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 le. Ay, pégate pues, ay, a le 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 le. Burda se cole cole, ay, a le 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 le. Ay, pégate pues, a la le 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 le. Burda se cole cole. Ay, pégate pues. Burda se cole cole. Ay, pégate pues. Burda se cole cole. Cole cole. 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 Burda se cole cole.
So we're back, and I'm here with Ramon. We've just seen two fabulous videos of his. And as you can see, he makes very exciting Latin alternative music. And I wanted to start off with, in Colombia, what did you listen to as a child? Who influenced you musically?
Yeah, in Colombia, with my parents, they always have in the background, they have old cumbia music from Pacho Galán, Petrona Martinez, Totoro Momposina. So it's very old traditional music, which has a lot of Afro-Colombian influence, right, in the music. So all this music obviously stuck in the back of my head and has been the music that has inspired me for my recordings, for all my latest compositions.
But you also have, like, you mix electronic music, you have a little bit of a hip hop vibe to you. When did you find your own voice musically, and you take that tradition and you brought it with your inspirations?
Yeah, I think the result of all that background and everything combined was in this album with Pescador de Sueños. When I got together with Bugat. Bugat is the artist that participated in one of the songs, Apretado. He's a hip hop singer, and he's also a producer. He's the one that produced the album, and he's the one that introduced the urban, the electronic sounds to it. Yeah, to that modern vibe. He's the one that really pushed me into that, and I'm so grateful for that, because otherwise I think I couldn't have gotten the result we got.
Yeah, I love the result. It's a great album. What with collaborating clearly has moved you forward musically, but also you've composed in really unique spaces. Can you talk about going to for your 2018 album, going to Costa Rica and composing in the jungle? I read about that. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, inspiration obviously takes an important role in composing songs. So I tend to go to places where I can get inspired. This opportunity was in the jungle of Costa Rica, and I got myself into a little cabin where I brought my recording studio with me, and it was funny because every single day at 5 a.m. in the morning, the monkeys were like waking me up with their crazy, crazy sounds. It was so loud that my bed was just like trembling. So in one of those occasions, I was like half asleep and half listening to them, and I was like, maybe they're trying to tell me something. Maybe they're asking me why humans were cutting their trees, were cutting their homes. So I decided to make a song that actually talks about it in the album, which is called Los Monos Están Berracos, which means that the monkeys they're angry at us.
That's so cool. It's interesting because another writer I read described your music as taking people to different spaces without them ever having to move. And that description of that song kind of reminds me of what they may have been talking about. So in this new album, where are you taking us? What themes inspired you? Can you talk about the process of your latest release?
Yeah, this album, I think it's a way to travel to different places, staying with music, and I think that the music has that power of bringing energies combined with melodies to take you somewhere else. And there is a lot of compositions that were made close to the ocean, and also the jungle. So all this, I believe that all these energies combined is what made that happen. I believe that composing in the summertime close to the ocean has a lot to do with the music that I do, because it's very festive. It's very like summer vibe music.
Yeah.
So it has a lot to do with it. Summertime.
So when you songwrite, and when do songs come to you? Because you have that lighthearted feel about your music, but I know you've also kind of covered the plight of immigrants and more serious topic in your work. So how do you balance your sound and your lyrical inspiration, and how do those themes seep into your work?
Yeah, it's really interesting what takes place in compositions, because one of the songs of the album, which is called Soy de Aquí, was composed in a moment when everything was happening with the kids being being captured in the frontier
in the US.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that was a really hard thing to digest, and I decided to make that song to talk about it, to talk about frontiers, and to talk like if I was that kid and I didn't understand the whole concept of frontiers and being in that cage. So I decided to do it about it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's interesting, I'm going to go to you, Maud. You're Ramon's manager, and you have a fan base in Colombia, but you've been in Canada for 10 years. So can you talk to us about how you support a new musician from another country to expand in their new country?
Yeah, well, actually, Ramon has been in Canada for more than 15 years.
Okay.
And he actually really started doing music in Canada. Wow. And before his project, Ramon CHICHARRON, he had another project called Ramon y su Son. And he played for more than 5 years in the same venue every week, every Sunday night. And he really, I think like those 5 years really helped him build a really strong fan base, because it was the only place in town where like all the Latino, more like alternative Latin community could gather, and it became like a family for many people, where they could just like dance with whomever they wanted, and it was really like a nice space. And I think that's also where Ramon was able to really build a strong presence on stage, because you play for I don't know how many shows in a year. It really, I think that period of time really helped him build a strong base. And then after that, he started his new project, Ramon CHICHARRON, and those fans followed. And yeah, I think Ramon has a really strong connection also with the fans. Like he's really easygoing and like not pretentious at all. So people are really
connect with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I want to talk about what some of the challenges you have. You're an independent artist. And what are challenges as artist and manager do you have getting the Canadian music industry to hear your work, film, music festivals, everything like that? Are there some areas?
Yeah, well, actually, I think being independent is also really good, because we can we build a team that is around the artist, with the people we think are the best to work with him, instead of just going with like a big company that has everyone. And so with that we work more grassroots, but at the same time it's really a strong base. And for example, right now we decided to start developing South America. So we went and worked with a press relations. I don't know, press relationist.
Like a PR?
Exactly.
PR? Yes.
With PR in Mexico and Colombia. And I think that's how we can build something strong, is going like step by step and build, like having a strong base. And then for sure, like world music in Canada is like, it's hard because you don't have so many people listening to it. Yes. But at the same time, it allows us to really export. And that's the idea we have with the project. And at the local level, Montreal is so diverse that, like, I think that's what Ramon achieved with his last album, is you have really the Montreal feel at the same time. It's not just world music. It's really like the Montreal music scene is in this album. Yeah.
You make a good point, because a few years ago I wrote a piece about world music, and a lot of artists rejecting that, saying I'm Canadian, this is part of the Canadian sound. So Ramon, do you embrace the term, or do you not?
It's a tough topic, but at the same time, the way I see it with my music, I have, especially in this album, I have people from Mali that participated in it, like Jelly Tapach is from Mali. I have a guitar player that he's from Côte d'Ivoire,
Ivory Coast.
Yes. We have people from Argentina. We have people from Haiti, Boxambu, Colombia. So at the same time, it's hard to not call that world music, because it's world inspired, right?
Yes. Yeah. We're going through this pandemic, and you're a really dynamic stage performer and musician. So how are you both working on staying connected to your fans while there's no concert to go to or promote?
It has given us an opportunity to explore different things that we probably didn't have a chance to explore before, because we were so busy, especially in the summertime with all the festivals in Canada. And we actually decided to go ahead and reach people through internet. Like we've been actually putting a lot of energy into internet distribution and internet, like contacting people and everything, and that has allowed us to get bigger numbers that we couldn't get before. An example of that is like on Spotify, for example, we have like roughly 400 people that listen to our songs monthly. And now we're like in 24,000. So it's really something crazy that is happening right now, because people are so connected on internet, right?
Yes. So that just happened organically because people are relying on music more.
Yeah, and I think also with the playlist being introduced, like being put in playlist, editorial playlist, really helped. But yeah, it was a chance to, because I think before going in another country, you need to start, like people need to hear about you. So that's why we decided to do a lot of medias in Mexico and Colombia. And that was our main focus. And Ramon had interview like almost every day for a month or two, and I don't think with the festivals, I don't think it would have been possible to
have the time for that.
Exactly. To put that much energy.
It's been crazy. Like in Colombia and Mexico, I've been having, for the last 2 months, I've been having interviews almost every day.
Amazing. Wow, it's funny how there is things happening on the positive side, even though we're having this surreal moment. So we have a few more minutes left, and I just want to ask both of you, do you have any tips for artists who might be watching this, some pitfalls to avoid, or some things to know of that you would have wanted to know a couple of years ago or 15 years ago?
For me, I believe what has really worked for us lately, especially with the pandemic, is to develop public relations, to find out people in depending on the country you want to develop your music. Just find out who does public relations in that country and invest in a campaign to do that, because it's a really great way to get your music exposed.
Maud?
Yeah, I think also that's to find the people that really want to work with you at the same times, because sometimes we'll just go with someone like an agency because they want to have like a lot of artists, but they're not going to push anything. Or so I think it's really important to go with an agent or a manager that is really passionate about what you're doing and really believe in you.
Yes.
Instead of just going because you're better alone than with the wrong person. So I think it's a really important thing.
And you need a PR and a team that believes in you.
Exactly. Yeah.
So where can people find your music? Are you on all platforms?
Yeah, on all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, website.
Twitter as well.
Yeah. Well, I just want to thank you guys for talking with me and chatting with me. You make incredible music, Ramon. I love Latin music, but even if you're not really familiar, his latest release will really introduce you to some great sounds and artists. So thank you very much. Stay healthy. Stay well.
Thanks to you, Shaka.
Thank you. Stay in touch.
Thanks so much.